Here is the guided practice for Lesson 3, Angles of Triangles. Number 1, find the value of x in the triangle. So in order to find the missing angle, we need to know that for every triangle, if we add up all three angles inside the triangle, it will always add up to 180. That's just true for every triangle. So knowing that fact, I can set up an equation by adding up all three angles. The first angle, I don't know. I'm going to use the x to represent that first angle, plus the second angle I have is 75 degrees, plus 60 degrees, and that has to equal 180 degrees. So I have a simple equation that I can solve for x. So first, before solving for x, I'm going to simplify by combining the like terms 75 and 60. So I get x plus 135 equals 180. So now that there's no more things to simplify, I can actually isolate for x or get x by itself. And since x is being added by 135, I could subtract 135 to cancel it out right there. And if I subtract 135 from the left, I need to subtract 135 from the right so that the equation stays nice and balanced. So I'm left with the x all by itself on the left, and 180 take away 135 is going to give me 45. So my missing angle or missing value would be 45 degrees. Number 2, what is the value of x in the sail of the sailboat at the right? Well, actually below, right here. Below, we have this triangle outlined in pink. I have a 20 degrees, a 70 degrees, and an x degrees. So once again, I use the same knowledge that for any triangle, if I add up all three angles, it needs to equal 180 degrees because it's a triangle. So I'm going to do the same thing, set up an equation. So my unknown angle is x plus 20 degrees plus 70 degrees equals 180 degrees. Again, I'm going to simplify first by combining the 20 and the 70. So I get x plus 90 degrees equals 180. And now I can solve for x or isolate x by canceling out the 90. And to cancel that out, I subtract 90. And again, if I subtract 90 from the left, I need to subtract 90 from the right to keep it balanced. So I'm left with x on the left by itself, and 180 take away 90 is 90. So my missing x value is 90 degrees. So that goes right there. Okay, now number 3 says the measures of the angles of triangle LMN are in the ratio 1 to 5. What are the measures of the angles? So since they're telling us it's a triangle, that's the symbol for triangle, we know that all three angles added together has to equal 180. But we don't have a picture this time. We only have this ratio. This ratio is representing my triangle. And each of these values in the ratio represents one of the angles. Well, since it says it's a ratio, that doesn't mean these are the values of the angles, but this is how the angles relate to each other. So this one right here would be my first x, my first unknown. So whatever my first angle is, my second angle is going to be 2 times that first angle. So I'm going to add 2x for my second angle, and then this third one says it's going to be 5 times whatever my first angle was, so plus 5x. So these are my three angles from triangle LMN, x plus 2x plus 5x. And again, since it's a triangle, it has to equal 180 degrees. So I have an equation here. And again, before I start solving the equation, I can simplify by combining these three like terms. So if I have an x plus 2x is 3x, and 3x plus 5 more x's is 8x. So I get 8x equals 180. And now I can solve for x. Since x is being multiplied by 8, I'm going to divide by 8 to get x by itself. And again, if I divide by 8 on the left, I need to divide by 8 on the right. And so I get x is equal to 22.5 degrees. So this is one of my angles, or actually the first angle, that angle from the ratio 1. So I need to know what 2x equals. So I'm going to put 2 times 22.5, and that's going to give me 45 degrees. So this is my second angle. And that third angle says it's 5 times the first one, so 5x will equal 5 times 22.5, and that ends up being 112.5 degrees. Okay, and if we did everything right, if we add all three of these angles together, it should add up to 180. Okay, so now switching gears, I have this diagram in number 4 with an exterior angle right here. We have this triangle that has an extension that comes out right here. In the examples in this section, we learn that this exterior angle always is going to equal the sum of the two non-adjacent, or the two angles that are not next to the exterior angle. So this 123 degrees has to equal the sum, or the addition, of those two angles. So I'm going to set up an equation for that shows that relationship. So again, I have x plus 92, that's the sum, and it's supposed to equal 123. So basically, we just solve for x by subtracting or canceling out that 92. So I'm going to subtract 92 from the left side. So that's going to give my x by itself. And since I subtracted 92 on the left, I need to subtract 92 on the right. And when I do that, I end up with 33 degrees. So my missing angle is 33 degrees. 31. Sorry, I subtract 3 minus 2 is 1. That should be a 1 and not a 3. Too many 3's in my head. All right, so it should be 31 degrees. So once again, just to reiterate, the exterior angle is equal to the sum of the two non-adjacent interior angles of the triangle. And that's it.